Hi there, hope you're having a good day. Welcome back to another video. If you like to have a good responsiveness and bounce in your hoop shoes, I got a list for you today. We're going to be talking about the bounciest basketball shoes this year. So keep in mind that for the purpose of this video, we're going to focus entirely on which shoes are bouncy. Not necessarily the best comfort, and they might not be as good in other performance aspects, but I'll try to mention what the downsides are from my experience for you to consider. I know for a lot of you who have a more aggressive playing style, or if you like to attack the rim a lot, an extra bounce in your shoes will be nice. Even if it's not your priority, at the very least that will be an added benefit. Also, if you're new here, we go over the encore performance of the new releases all the time. So please consider subscribing for more content just like this. This month in December, I've also increased uploads to almost every single day. Alright, starting off with an easy pick, the Adidas Dame 8 can definitely be considered one of the bounciest shoes this year. The Dame 8 features Bounce Pro, and in terms of both responsiveness and the amount of compression you get, it is for sure top-notch among all the other shoes this year. A visible evidence might be those compression marks toward the heel. But more importantly, on feet, there's a good kickback and bounce in it to help with your vertical movements. Impact protection is also decent. No stiff landing at all from a jump, so this is just a great shoe in this category. One thing to be aware of is the traction performance. I'd recommend avoiding the all-white solid rubber also, and go for the colorways that have a translucent trim. Those perform better for me, especially on a dusty court. And a lot of these colorways should be on sale as we speak. Next one up, might be somewhat of a surprise pick, is the Puma TRC Blaze Court. So shout out to John. I don't know if you're watching this, but I bought a pair right off the Puma site after you messaged me on Instagram. I got these for like $25 Canadian. So converted to USD, I literally only paid 18 bucks. Anyways, it's another shoe that you should be able to find a good deal for. The reason they made this list for me was because it was just so easy to jump and take off in these. I mean, I wouldn't consider this shoe to have the most springy effect, but the midsole setup with the Pro Foam and Trinomic cell structure does give you a good rebound back when you put some force into it. They may be on the stiffer side, but good responsiveness and also good for the more explosive players out there. Another good thing about them is that they're pretty light. You know, Puma shoes are mostly on the heavy side. I don't know if you guys have noticed, they're great performers, but they like making them heavy. And the TRC Blaze Court is pretty much the lightest Puma basketball shoe. So the reduced weight certainly helps as well to bring the best bounce in these. From Nike, also a pretty recent release, I have the GT Cut 2 on this list. Compared to the first version, these guys have a more elevated court feel. And with the Zoom Strobo, it is for sure responsive enough for most players' needs. And on the GT Cut 2, it is a good springy effect that you get. So I would definitely consider them a very bouncy shoe. Also, while we're here, a shoe that I actually didn't like at all personally, the Jordan 37 is one of the bounciest shoes this year. I mean, given the upper materials and also some discomfort towards the inner side of my foot, I want nothing to do with them. But if you're specifically looking for a bouncy shoe to play in, the Jordan 37 just has to be on this list. And again, the Formula 23 foam is nowhere near the soft and compression type, but being stiff here actually allows it to give you a high rebound. Also, the GT Jump from much earlier in the year, another shoe that caused a lot of soreness for my flat feet. But for the max bounce that you can get, and also the double stack Zoom Air setup, this one is for sure in the conversation. Moving on, another shoe that provides a good bounce in them is the Way of Wade 10. With the full-length boom setup and just the right amount of caging, not being too hard, it's got excellent responsiveness. You get a smooth takeoff and landing in these, thanks to the curve shape. The carbon fiber shank plate in the midfoot covers quite a good length of the shoe. It's sturdy but also flexible enough to bend and push your foot either forward or in an upward motion. Yeah, so the Wild 10 is definitely a bouncy shoe, and it's because of not only the cushioning setup and midsole foam, but also the curve shape and midfoot shank plate. Also one of the best shoes of the year to me. Downsides, I guess it's just the price, right? Or affordability, because they are really expensive. So that's about it for this list on the bounciest basketball shoes this year. I feel like if I put more on this list, that's as if I didn't tell you anything, right? If I put like 10 shoes that are all very bouncy. But some honorable mentions will be 1, the New Balance 2 W XY V3, and 2, the Converse All-Star BB prototype. Out of the ones mentioned on this list, If you're a wide footer, the Dame 8 is probably the best choice here, because some of the other ones like the GT Cut 2 and Jordan 37 probably isn't ideal for really wide and flat feet. Also, well, I can't speak for all of us. Sometimes if you're like me who has super flat and also wider than average feet, chances are that you might have already given up on jumping too. Let me know in the comments which shoes work best for you in terms of responsiveness and helping with your jumps. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.